States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You guys, okay. Okay. You're my secretary.
I don't think we had non-public meetings, right?
I did not see anything that problem.
None.
I've been wrong before.
Right? I kept the packet pretty short.
All right. Yeah, I got enough of these guys. I take my coffee this time.
I'll move to approve the minutes of March 17th.
Second.
On favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And there's a lot of stuff to sign today.
That may take a few minutes. Thank you.
This is just my copy or is for all three?
It's for all three.
Is it a copy of the originals?
No. That's just the FYI stuff.
Okay, sorry.
What do you think I'm gonna be there? Brian.
No, that.
Yes.
Brian Porter.
Yes.
Chris. I'll say that.
What's wrong with our, Chris, what's wrong with our current stove?
So the stove, the circuit just went on, it snapped the breaker. We went over and took a look at it, and the whole circuit burnt out for whatever reason. It was a used stove we had got from someone that donated. So it's not working at all. We went in there, we went through it, and the whole circuit breaker burnt out. So it's only 2 burners are working right now on the stove.
We only have 5.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I'm gonna push, but I don't know how we're gonna reach it. Yes, I love it. I'll bring some Castola and Masa, Savage. It's wonderful. Good stuff. Love this one. One spot, right here. Oh, it's so great. My mother would make it every Sunday. Everybody would come in and make it. It's great.
So I went through most of this. Last night was placed some of those down.
I almost stopped when I saw you there, so I said,
No.
no, you can sit up there for 3 hours. So I stopped.
I had cemetery trustee meeting.
Where is doing things too now?
No.
It's a couple of them, most of them are straightforward, just a couple of them.
I love it there. I have.
That's a general, else we're not signing it.
Don't we sign even if to verify that we know it's a
I don't
denial?
know, if it's a deny, if it's a recommendation to deny the
In the past, we voted that we agreed
exemption,
and then didn't sign, I think.
so this is an assets exceeds limits.
If you disagree with the recommendation,
No, if we, so the recommendation is assets exceed limits. If we sign it, aren't we saying that we're approving the,
but you're approving the recommendation, as I understand.
Okay, so we should vote on them individually.
so this is for Linda Papademus and Martin Hant for elderly exemption. And they do meet everything except for their assets exceed limits for the town. So Brendan is recommending that they do not get it.
So I move to agree with the recommendation of denial.
I'll second that.
Second, no, I didn't put it.
I have never found anything where we could just check, it's just whatever. is
You
written.
seconded, all in favor of denying it?
Aye.
Aye. Seth Denoncourt and Sarah Hale. Veterans tax credit. Me. There's no recommendation from Brendan, so we go back to him. Sarah Hale, Seth Denoncourt, this is for 400. And no recommendation. Peter Lyman, for veterans, with the tax credit, elderly exemption. Yeah, no recommendations from Brendan.
I say there's one of those there that they've been receiving it, but it's not on file. I don't know if that was.
Recommendation from Brendan, no recommendation from
It's
Brendan.
not, one that had a note on it last night.
This is for veteran tax credit. For Don Yard. Please.
Do we have theirs for that?
Is he supposed to recommend here or not recommend here? Yeah, I'd like to have his signature on it. I recommended it, so.
Yeah.
He's the one making the decision.
Yes. I can ask him.
Yeah.
I was thinking that he would only set us up for anything I didn't want to
Well, so maybe
articulate.
that's his license here, so. So, 204.
That increased my expenses. 1 month.
That must be it.
That year, but that
Yeah.
clash.
I have to say, you know, when we go back 5 years from now.
Were actual entities.
So what do you think the other thing is?
Well, so like right now, this one's saying it's not been as an extra resident for a full year, so it should be denied.
Right.
It's still all this out up here still.
So is there a difference?
Denied.
Years old.
Okay.
That he uses these notes to explain the reason why it's not done nonsense.
All
Yeah.
right. I understand.
Yep. I can double check with him, but I think that's what he's doing.
So it's veteran tax credit for this.
Yes.
This is for Seth Denmore and Sarah Hale, and it's for veteran tax credit. Make a motion to approve.
So moved. Aye.
What was that?
Who was that one?
Seth Denoncourt and Sarah Hale.
Wanna say them right down the names, right?
Well, I'm gonna double check that for you.
It's gonna take a little second time.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. Take a look at
It's for
that.
Linda Papademus and Martin.
We did that one.
We did that when you were
This one is for Peter Lyman. This is for all the veteran tax credit. Plucked off the elderly exemption too. he has not signed this. So applicant, Peter. Even though Brendan approved it, or granted it.
But Peter didn't sign it.
One is for Jason Kearney, this is for veteran tax credit. Brendan is recommending granting it, it's for $400. Make a motion to approve,
So move,
all in favor?
I'll second it too. Aye.
Aye. Thank you. I need the motion. You second.
Okay.
And then trying to catch me up on this stuff all the time. And you're usually right. I think I get way too fast.
Ask the question while you're doing this, or would that be a problem?
You're fine.
So
If it's pertinent,
I have the 200. Do I need to fill out paperwork to go to the 400, or does it automatically go up?
you have to, I think you have to fill it out every year. It's not just for,
Well, I did it this past year. When we had to do it.
for 200, a year ago. So you have to, you're supposed to do it by April 15th of every year.
That is true.
Okay. No, but I thought we recently did it like a couple of months ago. I was downtown, but it was still 200 then. It
It
had,
didn't get changed until the,
we've
I
already,
know, my point is if I had done it at 200 and it went up to 400, would I automatically get the 400 or do I have to reapply to get the 400?
I don't know.
Okay.
My guess is you'd have to reapply, because it's,
I would say if you reapply, you'll cover your bases.
Yeah, okay.
you know, you get 600, the way this goes.
That new math.
This is for Scott Hall and Elizabeth Sancelli. Again, veteran tax credit and combat service credit for $400. Recommendation is granted. Motion,
So move.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Bless you.
You should just put them in a group of all the ones you're gonna approve.
I know, that's,
And just, it's like, I call it consensus approval. It's kind of the way to do it.
And select the third opinion.
Jack sets it up like that. And the one that I signed, you wonder about, those are stuff.
Just don't all have it. Yeah. This one is for Scott Hall, Elizabeth and, Salicelli as well. Veterans tax credit for 400. I'm not sure why we're getting two of these. This
No.
one's tight, that one's.
that's the same property address, so
Oh, this is the
this is a
second.
duplicate. This one is dated 10/16/25. That one's not
This is
even
that
signed.
second page. It comes with that. So that's why you fill out that second page for.
Yes, it was like.
I know some of them.
They go together.
Right there. Okay.
That's
Thank
what
you.
happened. It's got some weight.
No.
Same issue. But then they're not there.
This one, It's complete. Let's see if this one's a different one. Okay.
And reorganize, and then can be organized first.
We have John Guard, also for veterans. For 400, this was denied. He's not been a New Hampshire resident for. Motion.
Motion to deny. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I have Scott and Tammy Poirier, again, veterans. Scott, granted for $400. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is for Shirley Rock. This is service connected with total disability. They've been granted for $2,800. And this is, these taxpayers have received, getting the credit for years, no PA 49 in file. This is to correct that and to make it official. We'll select this item. Make a motion to approve.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll second it too. There's a second page on this one.
Yes.
Huh?
And they can request something. Sure.
Done. No, yeah.
Right, so back to Peter Lyman. The motion, well, the recommendation was granted for $400. Your motion in a second.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Monica, is someone messaging me saying there's not a link to join the meeting?
Yeah, I couldn't get on. You can get on?
You might have to sign all those again when they come.
No, this is all the new.
No, they didn't miss much.
Hmm?
They didn't miss much.
Is it something you're able to fix?
Yep.
We have a tax collector warrant for the water bills for Q1 of 2026. Exactly, for $69,741.96. Motion to approve.
So
So
moved.
moved.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
For the record, it's on.
Thank you.
Wow.
I know we're getting on here.
What?
It's what?
On time.
It's here. Just had let the pen cool.
We have a electric tax for Golden Comet LLC for 478 US Route 4. Assessed value is $1,388,000. Tax opinion is value of $958. Taxpayer requested abatement for 2024 assessment of their warehouse because they believe the assessment is not representing the market value. They filed for this appeal. Brendan's recommendation is that we grant the change. Revised assessment is $1,125,000, change value of $138,000 for both 2024 and 2025.
Basically a settlement.
Motion? Read it. You know what building that is? Is that
I don't know.
I believe that's your law,
Real laws, right?
I believe so. Which they purchased it for 1.4.
I missed that one too.
It's gonna get revalved anyway this year.
Yep.
So I'll make a motion to accept his recommendation at this point. It'll prevent further litigation. We'll get
I'll
rid of-
second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Because I'm sure it's gonna get revisited when with revalve.
We have a note here from Brendan, the assessor, for 2025 equalization preliminary ratio study. Dear members of the board, I'm sending you this report to inform you of the final results of the New Hampshire Department of Revenue Administration Annual Equalization Study. There were 52 qualified sales from October 1st, 24 through September 30th, 25. Look at the study. The results are as follows. The weighted mean, which is the ratio used for the apportionment of the state education and county tax, is 61.1%. Median ratio used to, which is used in the case of abatement, is 59.9. The measure of fairness is the coefficient of disbursement, which is the average percentage most of the sales fell from median. From the median was 24.9%. The assessing standards, anything over 20% should trigger a reevaluation. Price related differential is 1.5%, which indicates the lower value properties are overassessed in relation to the higher value. In conclusion, the assessments indicating are outside the acceptable range of statistics. The reevaluation is needed, which we know we're doing anyways this year. So. That's just information for us.
Has Brendan given any information as far as for our reval this year as to any contracts or anything yet for when it's gonna start?
Not to me, no.
Okay.
That doesn't mean he hasn't, but. Don't know.
I don't think we've got, we signed a contract for this year, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I don't think we made any money, any transfer of money yet. have we?
Just paying the invoices regularly.
Normal stuff.
Normal stuff. So, timber tax, for $2,563. Based on, $25,631 timber. Make a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
It's a red.
You get more. This is for, Brittany Stanton and Colton Jack. He's a police officer in town. This is for, service disability. $800. Donation is to grant it.
I'll move to approve.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
It's an exciting meeting.
I'm sorry, what?
This is for the same Colton Jack and, Brittany Jack. This is for veteran credit. Again, recommendation is for 400. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Morning, it's a different year. I mean, you know, happy input.
He's clearing everything out.
Notice to excavate 6,500 cubic yards.
I have to sign it, I don't remember taking it like that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a,
Well, on the first sheet, on the other sheet, yards. Is this a new power sweeper or is it still power sweeper, real kit?
Yep.
New one?
Just like one of, yeah, new one. Cause right now we gotta run all that chips, we gotta clean the sidewalks and stuff off now.
Oh, this is just one of the handheld ones? Okay. For, disability, request. This is for, McCourt, Oriana Valley. $2,800. Everybody's busy. You're all set now. John still needs to correct this one. So is the incorrect amounts on it? It's not the same number on it.
Oh, yeah. This number does not,
Yeah, that's the same one
that does not match the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to make that correction. Okay. Thank you.
We have a request here for a meeting house rental agreement with Mike Sampson from the Mascoma Community Healthcare for the meeting house in 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. He's asking for it to be rented for free for it's a nonprofit organization. Is it? I'm not sure if it is or not.
So
The description of activities is a conversation about God.
I took that application in and he told me that it wasn't for the.
Health center?
I would say provide the information for who it is, correct?
No, let's reject it and have it
I was
redone.
going to say at this point, I move we reject it for incomplete information. Good vote on that motion.
Good. Go ahead. You're looking.
Made motion that we reject at this time for incomplete information.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Incomplete or inaccurate.
Yeah.
But-
So next up is select board organization post-election. I make a motion that Sadie take on as chairman of the board.
Well, I'm not a man, so I don't think I
Chairman
can be
of-
chairman.
Chairperson.
Well, there's no second, so
Second.
I don't, that seems like a lot of responsibility for someone that's not retired.
Not retiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's fine. I'll stay. I don't care.
well, no one nominated
Yeah, I
you.
know.
We have
It
to
sounds
vote.
like the way you're.
I mean, Stephen, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I would need some more information about what that really entails, because I make it to the town office less than either of you.
I'll withdraw my nomination.
Okay, I would nominate Stephen Priest to be the chair of the select board.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
I,
Stay.
Congratulations again.
We've got a wage adjustment for MT based on certificate. Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Can we
Are
back up?
we staying on all the same committees?
I move that committee appointments at this point remain the same as they were for last year.
I'll second that. All in favor?
I,
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
That's been
thanks,
done.
Marco.
Easy.
Yeah, so we're gonna vote on, so when Mason got hired, we, agreed that he would get, increases in pay based on his certifications. We never did that for one of them, correct? I'm gonna make a motion that we, back pay him to when he got that certification. And give him the raise that we had agreed upon.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Who's that for?
Mason, Tucker, our second, water sewer.
And a clarification. Are we gonna do the COLA on top of the,
Yeah, we should, because it
Yeah.
should have been given to him back when it was, because we're going retroactive, then yes, it should, in this case. Yeah. Approval for summer finance intern, we only saw that tonight. I don't have a problem with it. We've had, this is the second year or the third year we've had one.
it was a winter intern before that was unpaid?
Yeah.
It was, like to actually be the person.
I think it's a good idea because I think there's some good projects and while
Yeah.
we're in this transition period, the more headway we can make, the better off.
Yeah.
And so he was an intern for you previously?
Yeah, 2 winters ago.
Winters, okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so he came in for the 4-week holiday between semesters, and he helped me put together the leading calculation from 2021.
And he's Bob Henry's son?
Huh?
Yeah.
Bob
That's so.
Henry's son, yeah.
I have no problem with it.
Was that a motion?
So move.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
I do have a question though, now that we've already approved it. Is that a stipend amount or are we going to do an hourly rate?
I was thinking hourly,
Okay,
and he said from mid-May till going back to senior year September.
all right, so then I don't know if we need a motion, but I would just give you the discretion to set that hourly rate as long as we stay within that amount on the letters. Schedule all that, I don't need to have knowledge of that or be involved in it. I don't know how they feel, but yeah,
It's fine.
okay. Thank you, Carrie Ann.
Jack, you're up with an update?
I didn't know if the chief wanted to, I know that he
Okay,
had a thing with,
Yes,
Chris,
yes.
you're here. Do you have something that you want to bring before us or?
Yes, the chief and I were talking about doing a drill over to the transfer station to do like an open burn over there for our personnel. So we were hoping that the board would, accept that training, so we can, so move on it. It's.
What are we gonna burn?
It,
How many of the buildings?
Yeah. I was gonna say existing structures or?
Is the insurance off?
Well, it'll start with one.
Yes.
Depends on how good they are.
That's the start. Yeah, no. So, and it's just great training. We are going over to Grafton, to do an open, wildland fire training this weekend. But we'd like to also put one on for ourselves in Canaan. And it'd be really focused on wildland fires.
So it's for a brush fire or?
Yes, sir. So good, thank
Yeah.
you.
I think it would be great,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're more than welcome to come with us and play. Thank you. Thank you.
Set him ahead of
I
you.
don't think our insurance, I don't think our insurance is high enough for me.
We got plenty of gift, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else, Chief?
Oh, good thing.
We do have a couple of water main breaks we're working on. One's up by the tank and the other's out on the road. Kind of, don't know if it's frost or whatever, but we're working on that. We're obviously continuing to replace the water meters. We'll get to like the last 40 or 50 that are typically on the mobile homes, and you
Yeah.
can't do them while it's cool because you gotta take the skirt off and sort of thing. So that'll move right along. We're
Does that include the ones that don't have meters? Houses that don't, have meters as well? Because I think there's like 10 that don't meters about it. So.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
And do we have recourse for people that are not allowing it, John, into the houses to do this?
We do have a recourse to shut it off, give them a written notice.
Yes, water. Is it?
Avatar is actually, saying that you guys should levy a fee, what am I?
Penalty.
Fine, penalty, thank you. Because you can turn off their water, but you should probably start it with a fine. But I needed your okay to do that before that went ahead.
Okay, can we work that up and put together a program that's announced so everybody knows that's gonna be the case?
I
Thank you.
believe there's just one person that's refusing.
Okay.
And there's also 2 houses on Cannon Street that apparently have never been put into the water system. Those 2,
The two manufactured homes?
yeah.
Thank you.
We're getting a price on reclaiming Goose Pond Road in order to buy some time.
Stopgap.
Anyway, yeah,
Yep.
stopgap. Grind it up, smooth it out, make it.
Yeah, because we don't need a permit to,
Does it make sense if we've got that company doing that, if we can get Blackwater done too, maybe?
If we can get one.
Let's take a look at Blackwater too, if the equipment's in town and maybe,
Well, we can look at it. I mean, they were thinking that they might do that work this year associated with the project,
oh,
but because the
Jerry's gonna
project,
get Blackwater and Gristmill.
what's that?
Jerry's gonna look at Blackwater and Gristmill when he's here.
Okay,
you won't have to go in Gristmill. Just drive on it with some chains, they'll bust.
so we'll just get some prices compared to the budget, so we can afford. We've had some issues, as I think I told you before, with the water intake, the new water intake, got some air in the lines and that sort of thing. So the solution, we met with Mike Duffy, engineer. So we've got some equipment. We've got actually put in stronger pump to clean out the air. What we've had in there, it's enough to pull the water, but it's not enough to evacuate the air.
so that'll be a permanent replacement pump?
Yeah.
Okay,
You basically have to purge those lines every once in a while, same as you do water lines and hydrants and that sort of thing. So there's already debris building up inside there. You can see the air pocket. We ran a camera down there.
Yeah.
You can see. So not a difficult fix, easier than pulling the line up and replacing it.
Yeah.
But we'll be working on that. I've got a price to replace the Depot Street sewage pumping station. And I was on the phone with DES today. letting them know that, because their two issues were the sewage
Yep.
spill on 1122 Route 4. That work, that equipment is, I believe it's in, and I think we're putting that in on Thursday.
Right.
And then we'll advance this work on the pumping station off at DES and try to get that approved.
Yeah.
And my goal is if I get a quick approval, then we should be able to do that in 90 or 120 days,
Okay,
which would really be good, because it's been
that
a
came in
problem.
significantly less than we were
Yeah,
in the original.
yeah, it's around 100,000.
Yeah.
Was there a sewage spill at that home? Because
Well,
John-
Gray water.
what happens is that when the sewer pumping station decides it doesn't want to work, then we're not pumping, and so it backs up, and it's one of the low houses on the line, so that's where,
But John was
shows up.
adamant it was just gray water.
well, it is.
It is.
Nonetheless.
Still disgusting, yeah.
Yeah, it is still a violation of the groundwater.
Is there any
protection.
cleanup required there when we do the,
I'm sorry,
is there gonna be any cleanup required there when we do the?
no,
Okay,
no, that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, we're out there the other week with
Yeah.
them, so I think it'll be fine, so
okay,
we should be able to fix those pretty quickly.
Good.
And that'll take care of that.
well, pretty quickly considering it started in 2017, but.
Yeah, well, and given that your pumping station is from the 70s,
Yeah.
so
I appreciate it.
there's a lot of improvements that have to happen out there to be electrically safe.
Yeah.
And backed up with a generator that's the right size and get. rid
And
of
that
them.
works.
Yeah, and it worked, because that generator hasn't worked in years.
Any thought about starting the process of the right of way for the line to the, getting the right of way?
Yes, I reached out to our attorney to see if they had it. I met with the engineers about that. So yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, it's just business as usual. I think it's going pretty well. Still doing kind of an assessment on how the last 2 years have gone and clean anything up that needs to be cleaned up and keep us moving forward.
Great. Any more word on, office? I know you're working on with Mike.
Yeah, I'd like to, I say we haven't had a chance to talk about this, but I wanted to kind of divide the big office that I'm in half and make 2 offices out of it with some donated materials, hopefully from an unknown La Valley lumberyard. And that's going to help kind of tighten up the office environment with workspace and job duties and that sort of thing. And it's cheap.
Yeah.
So someday if you've stopped by, I can kind of walk you through it a little bit, but just involves putting up sheetrock wall, taking one part down, moving the door over, reusing the door, opening up a new hole, splitting that big room in half, and giving a little more privacy and workspace. We've started to move some of the staff around periodically so that they can get stuff done a little more efficiently without interruptions like payroll, invoice processing and that sort of thing. So we're making some refinements to try to make the office a little less congested. It's a small space and there's a lot of people in it. So we want to try to tighten that up a little bit.
Great. Anything else?
No.
Any questions?
With regards, I went up and looked at the bleachers. There are 2 different sets up there, both aluminum. There's a low rise and then there's the higher rise, which is a 3-piece. So there's actually 2 different sets. So if the 2 different places are interested, we could look at getting them out of there, going 2 different places.
So that was
Yeah, who was
The
it?
Lions Club was looking for
Yeah.
some.
for the motocross track, was looking for a set from there and then, but as you said.
And then
there's
we
2
had talked-
sets, so
I know the school had,
the football field took 1 set.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the school has a need for another set. We were gonna ask the school if they.
But did we confirm if the outing club wanted them and was willing to maintain them? We know the Lions asked about it, but I thought that was another step. We wanted to make sure because it would be on their property.
I have not got hold of them because I had meeting cemeteries meeting when they had their meeting.
Okay.
But yes, I can reach out to the outing club to find out if they have a problem with them added to their property. Cause we'll have to make sure when they add them that their insurance is, somebody's
Yeah.
insurance is covering them. And that's why I say there's a set of just, I think it's 3 stage, it's a low rise that would work up there better, because the other one's a 3-piece that your top row is up 10 feet or so.
So maybe you can get back to me when you get a minute.
Yes.
And give me the details on who wants what, and then we'll.
They have yet to give me the exact, other than
That's
they
fine, that's fine.
want to know if they could get some of them. So I went up and looked to see what there is up there.
Yeah, I just want to be able to create a document that says, as is, where is, you own them, liability, anything else, no promises, nothing, just take them.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Anybody else have anything?
One other thing, I was just wondering, do we have the capability of, reverse 911 here in the town? We do, right?
I'm not telling you to go through dispatch for it.
So we go through dispatch, all right. Because as health issues arise here and there, I'd like to have that ability to use that, to utilize that for some things like water and stuff. So as the health inspector of the town, so I figured we'd maybe look into that.
Well, we should put together a list, because I've gotten 2 complaints in the last 2 weeks of properties that people are pretty upset about of what's going on there. So I haven't talked to you about it yet, but we had done it once before with the planning board, mostly junkyards, but we need to, there's some properties that are meth dens, as one was told to me about, so.
Yes.
So we just gotta figure out a fair and equitable way to start attacking them, not attacking them, but.
I started a list for the fire department, but for the health department, I will do that too as well.
Yeah.
So, yep, thank you.
Appreciate that. Do we need to do more non-public, or do you have more you want to talk about?
Up to you, I thought you had one more question on that.
Yeah, so, all right, I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn to non-public.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.